All right, it might look like I found my way to the Sahara Desert, but that wouldn't be the case. I am in what is considered by many people to be one of the most beautiful spots in the entire United States of America. At least that's what I heard on the radio as I was coming in listening to the National Park Service radio station. I am at Sleeping Bear Dunes National Park, and this is the this is called the Dune Climb. Dune Climb, if you will. And it's a boy, it's a rather steep climb. And I was thinking, you know, I just parked in the parking lot just down here, and I was thinking to myself, well, just over the dune here would be the Lake Michigan. And the park ranger said, no. That is actually about 2 miles over this dune. So I'm not going to walk to the top of this crazy thing. I just wanted to give you a nice view. I'm out of breath, and needless to say, probably out of shape as well. But here we are at the Dune Climb, and it's about 6:30 on a beautiful, beautiful June night. Not quite the full tourist season here, so the parking's lot is not really full. But nonetheless, it really is something. Wow. I guess this was created by glaciers. You can look and see. And there is the lovely Yanae. I bought her a video camera, and she's doing her very first YouTube video. Couldn't have picked a better spot for her to do it. And I told her, I said, just walk and talk. Walk and talk, and that's what she's doing. Just walking and talking. How's it going? Huh? You're gonna be a YouTube celebrity. Right? People will follow you all around the world. Yanae's Travels. What do you think of this place?
No, beautiful.
Huh?
It's beautiful.
It's really big. Yeah. Let me get a video of you rolling down.
No.
Okay?
No, I don't think so.
You can. What do you mean you don't think so?
No. We can.
We're not going to the top.
No?
You can go to the top.
You don't want?
I don't want to go to the top. Are you crazy? It's too far.
Okay, but we can
go
a little more.
You think so?
Yes.
Walk a little more?
Yes.
You know, I don't think Skip Smith would have made it up even this far. Do you know? Skip Smith would have said, I'll wait for you down there. Skip Smith is Skip Smith is a buddy of mine, and I use that term lightly, from the villages in Florida. But look at this. Well, maybe we are going up toward the top. But anyway, there is a really spectacular drive that you can take, and I'm going to try to do that. It's about 6:30 at night.
The lake.
And we'll see if we can't find our way down. I don't know how this got its name, Sleeping Bear Dune, but you know what? There is a lot of sand here. Wow. Look at that. Let's see if we can't find our way to the top.
You see the view?
All right, I got to what I thought was the top, only to realize that there's more top. So we got pretty far up here, almost to the peak. But believe it or not, there's 2 more miles of this. 2 more miles of this sand. So if you turn around, we're doing about face, as they say. There you see, that is not Lake Michigan. Not quite sure what lake it is, but there's a nice lake there. all types of vacation rentals as you're coming along into the park here. A lot of people have vacation homes up here. Hats off to Michigan. You really do have an incredible, incredible state. Look at this. There's Yanae, bless her heart, doing her video. I stopped by Best Buy today. Picked her up a nice little video camera. Set her up with what she needs to start vlogging and get her, you know, for her to take this trip and not have the ability to record it and share it in Spanish. So you like your new video camera?
Yes, it's nice.
It's nice?
Easy.
It's little, like you.
Little.
Right? Yeah, it's little like you.
Yes, it's little.
Okay, so let's go down and let's go do the drive. Let's go do the scenic drive. And you can see my camper there off in the distance there. So down we go. All right, I told Yanae that she should roll down, and she said, why don't I do it? And I said, because of my hearing aids. And she said, oh, I don't do it because of my hair and my everything. And I don't know what her everything is, but I know what her hair is, and she doesn't want to get the sand in her hair. But maybe later she will tell me what her everything is. Okay, it's pretty nice, huh? Wow, look at this. Fantastic.
It's a spa.
It's what?
Like a spa.
It's like you're on Mars, right?
Right.
It's like you're on Mars. Walking down Mars. You're getting all this Oz down there in, say hi to Oz down there in Melbourne.
What?
Oz, you know Oz from Australia?
No.
Huh? Yeah.
Okay.
Look at this. This is just really, really cool. Wow. All right, let's go check out this drive. All right, we are at the second stop of the Pier Stockton Scenic Drive here in beautiful western shore of Michigan, and Bear Sleeping Dunes National Park. And this view right here is D.H. Day's $1 million plan. This picturesque view differs dramatically from what you would have seen were it not for the Great Depression. As lumbering declined in the 1900s, tourism began to boom. Travel writers called Glen Lake the Switzerland of America. So that would be Glen Lake that you're looking at there. Not to miss one opportunity, D.H. Day of Glenhaven began planning an exclusive resort on Alligator Hill in the 1920s, which is off to the right. He built an 18-hole golf course and cleared land for an airstrip. There were to be tennis courts, bridle paths, a polo field, ski jump, toboggan slide, and more than 100 estates, ideally restricted. Two events altered that fate. Day passed away in 1928, and the stock market crashed a year later. Investors pulled their funding. By the 1940s, state residents and officials were imagining a new use for the land. Not a playground for millionaires, but a park for all of us. Will you look at that view? That is just gorgeous. And here you have a picture of D.H. Day right there, or a drawing rather, of D.H. Day, quite the entrepreneur. Today the Alligator Hill Trail Network above in yellow allows you to hike, cross-country, ski, or ride a horse down the roads. Look at that there. All right, let's continue on with this this tour. What a gorgeous spot. We've come to a spot that's called the Dune Overlook. And interestingly enough, just off to my left, there's a sign that says bus and RV parking. So, you know, I don't feel all that bad. I guess that I was worried that I was going to come across a bridge or something and I couldn't get underneath it. But this is going to be the Dune Overlook. We'll stop and take a look. Actually, there's a nice turnaround. We pulled off the road here and I just wasn't sure whether or not I'd be able to turn around with my camper. Here it says, Stories in the Sky. Throughout time and across the world, people have gazed in wonder as points of light circled above them, reappearing in the same position at the same time each year. Like many cultures, the first people of this region named constellations after characters and objects from stories that illustrated their worldview. Where some see the Big Dipper, the Anishinaabe saw an animal called a fisher whose travels around the North Star came to life in the legend exerted below. So here you have it. This is the Dune Overlook here on the Pier Stockton Scenic Drive. I've been on some really, really beautiful drives over the years. You know, down, first one that comes to mind is the 17-mile drive in Carmel, California. And then here is, and then there was the Great Ocean Road. The Great Ocean Road in Melbourne, Australia, or south of Melbourne, I should say. And look at this here. And then here you've got, and then here you have Yanae doing a video. Now, Yanae has just learned how to do a video, so she's kind of new at this, and she's practicing, you see. So there's Yanae. I'm the gringo. Yeah, I'm the gringo. Yeah. Yeah, I'm the gringo. The gringo with the lingo. I'm the gringo with the lingo. Okay. Okay. All right. So anyway, back to the dunes here. You can just see it. It really is a beautiful, beautiful spot. Beautiful evening. Look at this. It says the first people of this place. Imagine you're the first person to ever take in this view. It was 8,000 years ago. The glaciers have melted, dense forests are growing back. You live lightly on this ground. You hunt, you fish, and gather other harvests from the land and lakes. Traders arrive with copper and other goods. Eventually, you're growing crops. Not growing cops. You're growing crops. Decorating pottery and boiling sugar from maple sap at camps around Glen Lake. I'm not going to finish reading the rest. You can Google it, as the saying goes. But all right, let's get on with the tour. I would be a little remiss if I didn't take the opportunity to share some of this drive with you. It's a one-lane road going through this this scenic drive, and it is rather beautiful. Almost makes me think that you know, this is going to be similar to the tunnel of trees that we're going to be visiting. So here we're coming up on stop number 6, and we'll take a look and see what stop number 6 is. Well, having looked at stop number 6, it didn't seem like there was too much to share. So, if only for the sake of brevity, I thought that we'd continue with our trip down the Pier Stockton Scenic Drive. I sure hope that's the name of this drive, the Pier Stockton Scenic Drive. But we're gonna keep moving along. You can see the speed limit here is 15 miles an hour. But it is, boy, it really is beautiful. What a beautiful, beautiful drive. If you have the opportunity to make your way over here, you definitely want to take this drive. And I'd imagine that we caught this drive at a really wonderful time of the year. The weather is just absolutely ideal, and there's not a lot of us gringos on the road right now. So we're just gonna cruise along. We're gonna try to find our way back over to, well, not back over. We're gonna try to find our way over to, having a senior moment, forgetting the name of the town where we're gonna be spending the evening. I don't actually know at this point in time where we're gonna be spending the evening. The state of Michigan is just littered with, you know, one wonderful state park after another. So that's what we're going to be doing, is going and visiting some really, really beautiful state parks for the next few nights. We're going to do Petoskey. Actually, Traverse Bay, I believe, is the place we'll be staying tonight, and then we'll get up to Petoskey State Park here. I think on tomorrow night, Friday night. But look at this beautiful, beautiful drive. We've reached spot number 9 and 10. I think that's Nueve and Diaz, or something like that. Nueve and Diaz, and this is the Lake Michigan Overlook. And I had to tell Yanae, I'm teaching Yanae how to do this. And I said, Yanae, I said, here's what you do. You have to get up. You have to come up to the, you know, you don't just start doing the video when you get to the top. You got to tell people. You got to get people excited. You know, you got to get them all excited. And I wonder what she's saying about me. Hmm? I wonder what she's saying about the gringo with the lingo. But anyway, so let's keep going up, and we'll see what's up here. Oh, they say they say no drones. You're not allowed to have drones up here. And they say there's steep bluffs. So do not, it says don't go too close to the edge. So we'll see what we're going to see up here. This is spot 9 and 10. And the park ranger said if I see anything, see spot number 11. Well, will you look at this? Wow. I want to catch Yanae's eyes when she sees this. Look at that view. Wow, here she comes. She hasn't seen the view yet. I heard her say, oh, fantastico. Yeah. What a view. Wow. What a view. Oh.
Very nice, no?
Oh yeah, very.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Gracias. Gracias. Gracias.
¿Sabe algo español?
Yeah.
Al novio anterior le han enseñado español.
Don't risk energy. Look at this. Wow, this really is something else. Just beautiful. What a beautiful park. Look at that. Actually see somebody down. There's a couple probably sitting where they shouldn't be sitting. Well, you go over that edge and not a pretty sight. Look at that. Just beautiful. It'll be wonderful to see Yanae's first video go up online. She's actually really good at it. I got her that video camera because she just sits and watches me do the videos all the time. And I thought it would be really nice on such a trip as we're doing for her to be able to record this and save it for her memories and to share. If you want to go to spot number 10, this would be spot number 9. Spot number 10 would be 600 feet just up that way. So,
Do you want to eat here or do you want to go find somewhere else for picnic?
look at this. Boy, this would have been something really wonderful to share with my dad. Dad, I know you're up there. You're up there somewhere. You're up there somewhere looking down. Looking down. And here is the, here I am at the other inland sea. Right here, look at this. Boy, Dad, we sure miss and love you so much. You would have loved this. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful. So there's the view down. If She fell into the lake. Look at that. Just fantastic. The legend of the Manitou Islands and the Sleeping Bear. So here you go. Once, long ago, in the land called Wisconsin, across the Great Lake, there was a terrible hunger and many people died. A bear and two little cubs were trying to leave that place and come around the lake where there would be more food. They walked for many days on the beach together, but after a while the two little cubs began to whimper with hunger, and so the bear decided to swim across the rest of the lake. They waded into the water, one cub on each side of the bear, and they swam off in the lake a long way. After a while, the cubs began to get very tired, so the bear said, "Try hard, the land is not very far." And very soon they did come in sight of land, but gradually the cubs got weaker, and only 10 miles away, one cub sank in the water. Soon after, the other one also drowned. The bear's heart was broken, but she could do nothing. She waded ashore and lay down, looking out on the water where her cubs had died. Eventually, both of them came to the surface as two little islands. And so the bear still lies there atop the dunes, looking after her children. So there you have it, folks. The legend of the Manitou Islands and the Sleeping Bear. All right. Wow. Really something else. And here you see, this says the mother bear is migrating, is what it says. It says, "Do you see her? The sleeping bear is a large dune about a mile away, perched along the edge of the bluff. She hardly looks like a bear now, but in August 1721, French historian Pier canoed past the dunes and described a kind of bush shaped like an animal lying down. The bear kept her shaggy shape until the early 20th century, when a series of natural events and human intrusions inflicted irreversible damage. The erosion continues. One day, it seems, the sleeping bear will wake up and move on." So somewhere about a mile away is that dune. All right, let's. I want to see spot number 11. That's the one I was told not to miss. So there's Yanae. Yanae, what do you think? Is it nice?
Yes, it's nice.
Really nice?
Cold. It's very
A little
nice.
cold?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a little cold. Okay, well let's go. We found our way to stop number 11. And this is supposed to be the money shot. The park ranger told me that if I see anything, stop at number 11. This will give you the most beautiful view. So let's take a look. There you have it. What a beautiful view it is. Look at that. Just beautiful. I've spent so many years traveling around Europe, and you know, I've wanted to spend some time getting to know a little bit more about America, and this has been one of the spots that I've really been anxious to see. And the sign right here, it says, well, there's a picture of some of the, probably what would have been some of the early settlers in this area here. You can see there's some different artists rendering a man in a car, and here's some women in some skis. But the sign, I'll read it. It says, "What time is this place? The lakeshore is always changing. Bays become lakes, dunes become forests. Even the way people enjoy the land has evolved. You can no longer drive on the dunes, but you can kayak the Platte River, hike to the Pyramid Point, or camp on the Manitou Islands. Since 1916, the National Park Service has aimed to balance preservation with recreation. But what moment in time should be preserved? Whose story should emerge along the beaches and trails of Sleeping Bear Dunes? The Anish and Abek, the mariners, or vacationers? On this drive, we have shared some of each. The future's up to you. What memories will you add to the legacy of the lakeshore?" So there you have it, folks. Beautiful, beautiful Sleeping Bear Dunes National Park. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you enjoyed this visit, and equally, I hope that you're able to make it here one day yourself and see this beautiful, beautiful part of Michigan, if not the United States. And there is Yanae. She's. I'll be quiet and let her finish her thing there. Okay.
Así que por ahora esta es la otra parada que les voy a enseñar. Esperamos la próxima y les cuento qué hay o vemos qué hay, ¿ok?
Okay, very good. All right, muy bueno. We're finished, okay? You did a great job, Yanae. Your first video. Yeah, your first video. Fantastic goal.
Fantástico.
All right, let's go and have some dinner, okay?
Okay. Oh, good idea.
Oh, good idea.
Yes.
All right, let's go have some arepas. Yeah, despacito. Okay, let's go. All right, folks. Oh my goodness, another night in the camper with Yanae. Let's go and have some dinner. All right.